foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory. Yeah, I want Hashem Rakadash. Give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone. Teach very well. We like this truth from. It's citation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity, man. And we kill week in and week out to prophesy against America. The water, Yahweh Shemel shall have us out here again, man. To prophesy against this wicked ass kingdom, which is already coming towards its end, man. It's already circling down the drain for the lack of better words, man. And it's the spirit of the Lord that's making this place circle down the drain. You know? Yeah.
So it's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
It says the vision is set for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, man. And what's that vision? These different prophecies, man. The prophecy of World War III. But in order for World War III to come to pass, the prophecy of the MOTP got to come to pass, man. So certain things have to happen in order for that day to come, man. You know?
It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come.
It says, though it tarry, wait for it, which meaning what? Patient, possess your soul. You know?
Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry, which meaning what? The ways of the Lord in the curriculum of the Lord, it will come to pass, man. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, and no matter how long it takes, it's going to happen. Like Jonah prophesied against Nineveh, even though they ain't happened at that time, they happened in the time of Tobit. It still happens, regardless, you know? Yes.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 10. Whereas the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven.
The rain coming down and the snow from heaven, you got it.
It says, and returning not thither.
And that's it, because once rain comes down, the snow comes down, it's no reverse process, man. You know, it's not like you never seen rain go up and reverse. No, man. When rain comes down, it pours too, man. You know, you got it.
And hey, that's what it says in 2 Kings 16 chapter about those arrows being shot. You know, with those arrows in that scripture, it's representation of the blade. You know, which ultimately is going to lead to those missiles like I was doing. Okay, so that's how the blades are being brought upon the planet Earth. All right, those are compared to being arrows being shot. All right, because when you shoot off an arrow, it's not going to turn around, and come back, towards the center. Man. No, it's going to hit its intended target. No, and the intended target is what? Intended target is Babylon the Great, which is America, man. Okay? Why? Because the Lord has declared war against Babylon, man. All right? And the inhabitants thereof. Back Isaiah chapter 55, verse 10 from the top. Whereas the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returning not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud.
Yeah, maketh it bring forth and bud. So the words of the Lord, when it says it comes down like rain, which means it's not coming in vain. Because like I said, when rain comes down, it actually get into the seed and poke it, you see a bud come. The same thing that the words of Yahweh Shemel shot, you'll see it speak. Then you actually see it happen, man. That's why I said it's coming forth in bud. And that's what's happening now, man. The prophecy about bud, you can see, like the brother was telling, you can see the notes growing up, man. You can see how World War III is finna come to pass, man. You know, the beef between Palestine and Israel, that's still getting stirred up. The beef between Russia and Ukraine, and America and Thailand, these different things are growing up upon the planet Earth, man. But that's all the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai working, man. Got it?
Good. And too, that's the ordinance of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know? It's how, like the scripture going to about how the rain, come down, return not thither. Okay. The reason why is because according to the rain, the Lord controls that and everything else. You know, so that's how the Lord is controlling these plays and these prophecies, man. These like we read earlier, Habakkuk the second chapter. Okay, these things were set up for an appointed time, man. They were set up for a certain time, all right, and we live in today. Okay, so when that time comes, the Lord is going to enact on those on the things which He spoke about, which are made from Isaiah the 55th chapter, man. Okay, the things which He had spoken of before time in the ancient world. Okay, now they're being brought to pass today. Why? Because this is the time where these things are taking place. Man. Okay, the Lord has chosen this time. All right, here at Babylon the Great, for these things to happen. Okay, why? Because this is the kingdom that was spoken of in the scriptures to be erected, man. Okay, this is the scene of great judgment, man. Okay.
I mean, on that, because go back into the ancient world, certain prophecies wouldn't have made sense. The prophecy of the MOTV wouldn't have made sense back in the Roman Empire, man. But it makes much more sense right now. Because why? This is the appointed time for that prophecy to hit the scene, man. For that certain event to happen, you know?
Because Isaiah 42:9, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you what.
It says, before they spring forth, I tell you of it. But it says, what? Former things are coming to pass. The things that was spoken about in the past time is actually coming to pass right now. One on Isaiah 9:5. When it says matter of fact, I'm gonna get that's a prophecy that was written about in the past life, but it makes much more sense right now, man. Because at the end of the day, World War III wouldn't have made sense, and World War III would have made sense in the Roman Empire, but it makes much more sense right now, man.
Like Isaiah, uh, like Isaiah chapter 55, and back in verse 10, it says, and make it then bring forth the bud that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
See, but like that's it. It says the Lord prophecy is going to come forth out of his mouth, and it shall not return unto him void, which means what? The things that he say is not in vain, you know.
It says, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
It will accomplish that which I please. So the words of the Lord will be fulfilled, you know.
And it also says too, it says that it shall accomplish all that he pleases. You know? And that's one of the pleasures of Yahweh Basham Shah. It's to deal judgment. Okay? Deal judgment and justice. That's what really matters at the end of the day, man. You know? Justice for the people of the Son, man. You know, and his judgment towards the ones that are fought against the elect of the Most High, man. All right, because when you fight against the elect of the Most High, all right, you basically fighting against Yahweh Basham Shah. Okay, because this is a body, man. All right. So when you attack the lowest part, part of the body that may seem low, you're still attacking Yahweh Shaka. That's a part of the body, man. You know, you're still attacking Yahweh Shaka. Okay. So therefore, that's why the Lord is going to bring down judgment upon us, man. You know? It says, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Okay, so that's why the Lord now is sending forth His word out to the four corners of the earth. All right, and it's declaring the downfall of Esau's kingdom. Man. Esau, Edom, which is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white. Okay, these words are being sent forth towards him because he's the current ruler. Okay, so therefore his message is towards him and his kingdom, man. Okay, then you know your time is up, man. Okay, right? And now they're using words, right, that we didn't even hear, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Now they're speaking about the things concerning prophecy. Because the statement that was made concerning the war, right, or the threat of war, they used the word Armageddon. Okay? Now, Armageddon. So that lets you know that prophecy is the forefront. Prophecy right now is before your very eyes, and it's executing what the Lord wants it to do. Okay? Now concerning again, right, which means what? Army of troops. Okay? You're starting to see that happen, man. The war has been conjured up for years on him, man. Okay? And now it's getting to the point where now America's going to be taken in, okay, by way of World War III.
The second Ezra 9, verse 1, it says, answer me then and said, measure thou time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of signs past, that I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made.
Right. Now this end is being made manifest. Now the Lord is beginning to visit the world which he made. You see, people are confused, all right, about the way everything was created, man. All right? Because it's really is due to pride, man. Okay? Because they don't want to give the credit towards our Bashmal Shah for creating the earth, you know, for creating the people, for putting breath in your lungs, man, for having your heart continue to beat. Okay? They think that all these things are of themselves, man. Or like some chance happened where they just walk around. These are literally walking robots, man. Okay? Why? Because they don't have the spirit, man. All right?
The second Ezra 9 and 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right, and this is how we measure the time. Okay? By news, right, what we've been seeing. Okay? Because you see, like we just spoke about it earlier, right? Statement made by Mike, man. All right? This whole conflict going on between, the world and Russia, right? So basically this whole conflict going on in Ukraine. Okay? That's how we measure time. We measure time by prophecy, man. Everything that's happening around the world today is according to prophecy, right? That's the time that we're living in today, man. All right, now we're living in a pivotal time where prophecy is now in the making, man. Okay? Why? Because 10, 20, 30 years ago, we didn't hear talks about World War, the MOTP, right? You hear about all this, 20, 30 years ago, man. Now you're seeing it happening now, man. Why? Because going back to what we started off with. Now this is the point in time. Okay? Now there's a point in time where these things are now being made manifest. MOTV is now being made manifest. This is the last few prophecies that we have, man. Okay? And that's another note we got to do out there, right? That MOTV still got to be made a manifest. It still got to be brought to pass. That still got to be in that. Okay? But now that we see that there's talks of war, we know that we are closer to the MOTV. And that lets you know that the prophecy was even closer to those because that's how we measure the time, man. Okay? Yeah.
Of God, it says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made.
Right. So now the Lord is visiting the world which he made. Okay? Now he's visiting the world which he made by way of the prophecy. Okay? That's how he's visiting the world. Okay? Certain judgments and plagues written within the Bible. That's how he's visiting this place, man. That's another scripture that say that as well. All right, that you shall be visited of the Lord, thunder, all right, lightning, all right, whirlwind, okay, from the paraphrase, okay. So this is how the Lord is visiting this place today, man. Okay, by way of the things that was written within the Bible, man. He's following up with what he's spoken of before time in the ancient world, man. Okay, he is executing the things which he has spoken of before, man. All right. Yeah, read a little more.
God said,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, second Ezra 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right. So these things were spoken of from the beginning, man. Okay. So again, like the ox read, okay, now these things are being brought to the forefront, man. Okay. Now you see part of the signs past. Okay. In which, like the ox read, it says it's the very same time that the Lord's going to begin to visit the world which he made. Man. Okay. So now those signs are those signs, you see those signs, man. Okay. Especially in the heavens, man. You see certain, different color moons, okay? Eclipses, all right? Also as well, not only that, but also signs around the world, uproars of the people, okay? Rioting, and see all of that, man, okay? Which is leading up towards the destruction of this current kingdom. This is how the Lord is smelling this place today, Okay, he's destroying this place from the inside out by way of the place and prophecies. The word of the Lord spoken one time, man. Okay. Yeah.
Yep, done. Verse 5. But like it's all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is benefit.
Right. So now the end is made manifest. Okay. Now the end is made manifest, and now you're seeing it play out before your very eyes, man. Okay. See, the end is right in front of you, man. All right. Now, what are the people's reaction when it comes to these things, man? Oh, it's gonna be all right. So it's gonna be, probably gonna sign some type of treaty, based on sort of peace talk, right? But no, it's right. How about God said that there's no peace until you make it, man? No. So no matter how many peace talks you have, all right, no matter how many meetings that you have with each one, okay, that still is not gonna stay the wrath of Yahweh about Shemel Shai, man. All right.
Yeah, one more. Verse 6, taking that as 9 and 6. Says, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders, God for works and endings and effects and signs.
That's right. So now you see that, man. Now that ends being made manifest by way of these signs, man. All right. And the Lord showing you that He is, like I just read, he's starting to visit this place. All right. He's meeting these people with these different certain situations that He's spoken of before time, man. Okay, which should go in a response. You know, if the Lord, if, you see all these things happen, right? You would in your mind you would think that there's got to be another force at work here, right? And that should prompt you to do that. Okay, right. Yeah, he's not gonna get away, man. but yeah, man. But like I said, concerning these words, right? All right. Now these words are like it's going through as well, right? These words are literally jumping off the page. Okay. Now you're seeing it, playing out. Now you're seeing it in front of you. Okay.
This is looking at Ezekiel 12, start at verse 25. It says, "For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass."
Right. So that example that the Lord bringing His words to pass, right? So the Lord said, wherever He speaks, all right, that indeed is going to come to pass, man. Okay. And you know what? Now we're in a time where you shouldn't even have no doubts at all in this time, man. And looking at how much is going on around the world, okay? Now how much everything is leading up to what the Lord said exactly was going to happen. All right. Case in point, the main prophecy, the MOTP, man. All right. The Lord said, look, this man's gonna call all small and great, everybody, rich and poor, all right, to take their CHIP, man. Okay. So that's indeed going to happen, man. Okay. But at the expense or after that's happened, right after that takes place, okay, then you're gonna have war taking place, man. Okay, so and you see that, okay, now you see everybody, all these different nations are gathering together for war, man. Okay, they're getting the troops together, having different drills. Those drills is being conducted years ago. They didn't do that for no reason, those
war games.
yeah, those war games, those missile tests, that they've been doing. Oh, that wasn't for nothing, man. All right, it's for this time now, man. Okay, this time to come to where all these troops gonna go at it, man. Yeah, if they don't know,
I got a little bit more. It says, "It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days."
in your
It's talking about that.
Yeah.
Because going back to say about the MOTV, that's why it's an additional system. What they say, December 13th, the CBDC, they actually gonna transfer things over, man. So in these days now, we're seeing prophecies coming to pass, man. It says, "It shall no more be prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, I will say the word, and will perform itself with more power." If I may add, how the Lord is saying his words through his prophets, man, through us going on the highways and byways preaching. And it's not like the words we saying is coming is just falling down. No, the words we said is actually coming to pass right before our eyes, man. The apostles and elders, they the first ones that was talking about martial law and linking it up with the scriptures, man. And that's happening over there in China right now. Concentration camps, man. Guillotines and things like that, man. These prophecies is not in vain, man. These are just not stories that's written. No, these actual life events, man. You know?
Just back up. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 39:21. A man need not to say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For he has made all things for their use.
So in other words, saying that, it shouldn't be any man that should say why, or what's this, or why is this happening, why? Because because look at all this Babylon has done, man. Look at everything that took place here over the course of history towards the people on the side. Okay, and you see the reason why, because we're still in captivity, man. You touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. All right, you've done damage to the Lord's property, okay? Because we are the Lord's property, okay? And you've done damage to His property. So, what do you think the Lord's going to do, man? All right, He's going to come in, all right, and raise hell, man. All right, and that's what you're seeing happening now, man. The Lord now is raising a purity hell on this place, okay? So it shouldn't be a reason for anybody to question. Also, on top of that, you got videos on top of videos and lessons and live streams showing you the reason why these things are happening. You want to know the reason why the Lord is doing what He's doing right now? He's about to show you, man. All the atrocities done to the people on the side, you so-called people in Spanish Native Americans. All right? Esau got a lot to pay for, man. Okay? Esau, even with the so-called white man, has to answer for this, man. He's not going to go away scot-free. Okay?
It's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily.
That's right, man. So, hey, going back to start off at a point in time. Okay? So that judgment is going to be reserved for a certain point in time. Okay? And we're getting very close to that. Okay? So therefore, like the read, okay? Now now he's going to answer for all the crimes which is forbidden.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily.
Right, and that's also why Esau is still doing the same atrocity. Okay? Why? How do we know that? Because look at the state of our people, man. Okay? Look at what they get into. Look at what they invest. Okay? Concerning the media. Okay? Why they push certain, certain trends towards Israel or Jacob? It's for their destruction, man. It's not for your benefit. Okay? When you first set foot in this land, America, Babylon the Great, you didn't have any sort of freedoms whatsoever, man. Even to this time today, man. All right? You can't establish your own sovereignty in Babylon the Great. You can't have your own standing army or have your own government, you know. And why is that? Because you're in captivity, man. No matter where you go in any part of the world, you're still in captivity. Why? Because Esau Edom got a foothold in everywhere he goes, man. All right. So when he tries to start something concerning our people, man, he's gonna shut that down, man.
What was you suffering? Try to find a way.
Yeah, man. They try to make trying to make shit go. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what Jake does, man. They try to make a good, a good thing out of a bad situation, man. You know, and that's really, the first, again, like we said earlier, the first response should be to look towards your maker, man. You know, look towards you. How about you, Shaka? Okay. Why? Because the Lord is the one that put us in this condition. All right. The Lord is the one that caused the going to captivity. So why not look towards the Lord, man? Why not look towards you? How about you, Shaka, that put you in this condition, man? And ask for forgiveness, man. You know?
This is continuing on. He says, therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
That's right. So the hearts of these people are fully set in them to do evil, man. Okay? To do whatever it is that their heart imagines, man, which is their mind. Okay? Why? Because even though, they come out with statements saying that, look, it could be a quote unquote potential, threat of war, all right, or a thermonuclear or a nuclear threat. Guess what? These people, they're going to look at that and say, all right, about their business, just do whatever, just living life to the fullest, as they say, you know. Oh yeah, exactly. You only live one spirit, you know. That's the spirit that people want. Case in point, prime example, passing right by. All right. The last thing that's on our people's minds to get right with the Lord, you know. But we understand the reason why, okay? Because they're part of the ones that fought against, the Lord, man, that rebelled against Yahweh Bashar Shah, okay? The same, we went into it last weekend. That same generation, we continue to go into it, man. All right, about that the generation that rebelled against Yahweh Bashar Shah, man. Okay, guess what? They're back again today doing the same thing, man. All right, being the spirit of rebellion, man. All right, going against the words of Yahweh Bashar Shah. Okay.
Second Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Yeah,
Heal their land.
Yeah, like see, and there's only a certain number of Israel that's actually doing that, man. Okay, and that's why the Lord is only looking towards them. Okay, right? Because there's a separation in Israel right now, man. Right? The 1/3 and the 2/3, man. Okay, so and really, it's another scripture, right? Okay, I believe it says what it says. I think it's the same scripture that says yeah, good. Yeah, but you don't have to get out. But just go real quick. But yeah, man, that's another scripture, right? It says that all Israel turn and face the east, right? Pray to the power of God, all right, for mercy. He will come right back and get us, man. All right. So really, 2/3 of our people, man, you holding up the building process, man. You know, everything up, man. Okay. But again, like I was saying earlier, that's the reason why the Lord has a remnant, all right, that's reserved to do that, man. So that remnant that's doing that, right, that's seeking mercy from the Lord, they're going to be taken up, man. They're going to be delivered out of this destruction, man. Okay.
It's the book of Zechariah 14:20. It says, "In this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people."
That's right. So the Lord is making a distinction saying, look, this is going to be the plague, ultimate plague is going to smite these people, man. Okay? And this one here is the final plague which the Lord has in store, all right, for all the inhabitants of Babylon the Great. And when I say inhabitants, I mean Esau, Edom, first and foremost, okay? Other nations. And then on top of that, you got 2/3 that's on this side, man. Okay? Even you fight against Jerusalem. Well, how's that? By coming up against the camps, all right? The apostles, the elders, the great millstone, the brothers, the border, okay, the body, all right? Even speaking evil of this truth, man. Okay? You're fighting against the Lord's chosen, man, the Lord's elect, okay? In which in turn you're really fighting against the Lord himself. Okay? Because it's not us that you're coming up against, all right? Because we're just men, we're just a messenger, all right? You're really going against the Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. You're going against the Lord. You're going against the Most High because he set this thing up. Okay?
It says, "Wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet."
That's right. And the instrument that the Lord is using to do that, right, to bring that about, all right, is those missiles, man. All right? And we said it earlier. Those missiles weren't created just for show. Just to be put up in a display in a museum. Say, hey, we created this. Here you go. No, man, they have a use. All right, they have a purpose. Reason why they're created. Okay. The reason why they're created is to lay this land destiny. Okay, and also as well to fulfill this prophecy that I'm creating about you people being caught up. About it standing. Right, which is bringing that heat. It's gonna burn these people while they're standing upon their feet, right? Doing whatever it is they're doing, man. Right? When this happens, all right, the Lord's going to be aware, right? Okay.
Sarah Connor, she was on the feet. It says, "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Right. And the device that the Lord is using now is this ICBM. Now that hypersonic, man. Okay. All right. How do we know? Because the Lord is allowing this devil, all right, to perfect that device, man. Okay. So now we're entering in the realm of hypersonic technology, man. Okay. That's the scripture where it says the Lord has created the spit that blow the coals of the fire, man. Okay. The Lord is giving this devil this technology, this knowledge, to be able to put this together, all right, to be able to do this, man. Really, the Lord is giving this man this knowledge in order to destroy him. Okay? Rightly so. Is his name rightfully called Esau? All right? What? Wasted away is he? All right? He's going to do just that. He's going to waste himself away. All right?
Like I said, it's the word. It's a thing called mutual arsenal destruction. And then what's called is man. It says mutual arsenal destruction is the doctrine of a military strategy, national security policy, which posts a full-scale use of a nuclear weapon. It's like a mutual assured destruction. It says mutual assured destruction, man, is a doctrine of military strategy and national security policy, which posts that a full-scale use of nuclear weapons by an attacker on a nuclear armed defender with a second strike capability. So they take one missile, man. They gonna for lack of a better way, say if you shoot one out, I'm gonna shoot one out. Every fool basically saying once you shoot one out, I'm gonna shoot one out. It ain't like if you shoot out, you can just shoot a couple times and niggas run out. No, man. I one out, 2-4-2. Yeah, when somebody pull the trigger, that's what the these they asking for, man. For lack of better words.
Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been the golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right. So Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Lord, and that lets you know that the Lord Yahweh is in control, man. Okay? So it says what? Babylon, America, have been in the Lord's hand this whole time, man. Okay? Go ahead, yeah.
It says that made all the earth drunk.
Right, that made all the earth drunken. What are they made drunken with? They made drunken with lots of America, man. This Western mentality. Okay? That's what they've been made drunken with, man. The democracy. Okay? That's what they've been made drunk with. Feminism. Another thing, man. You know, it's just a whole nine, man. Yeah, boy, that's the whole lesson right there. Yeah, because that in itself, all right, is even manufactured. All right. Why? Because that's not your real culture. You know, that's not, you know, when it comes to Drake, you know, you so-called Negroes fans, Native Americans, your culture is the Bible. You know, that's your culture, man. You want to read about how you conduct yourself, you know, and you can forget it from, man. Okay, how to live, or your origins. That's basically what it boils down to. Where you come from, you know, what are your forefathers? All right, and what you should be. You know, that's what it comes from. You know, but all that, all right, the culture that we've been given, all right, by Esau Edom, by the way, okay, and, also as well, is everything that encompasses America, all right, is pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, man, all right, which made all the earth drunken, okay. So now the earth has no idea, you know, what is the way to go, okay. All they know is Babylon, you know, all they know is America. What does the West do? You know, what does the Americans do? You know, they're following after that example. So, and they know no other way but the ways of America. All right? Because America is known as a first world country. Everywhere else is third world. You know, that's what they say. You know? So that's why they're trying to tooth and nail, trying to, you know, get themselves up to speed to be called a first world country. Which is what? America. All right?
You know, and it says the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Right. Speak about it now. That's I got that right here, man. So now the nations are mad, right?
It says mutual assured destruction. Man, it says it's a military strategy of national security policy, which posts that a full-scale use of a nuclear war by an attacker on a nuclear-armed defender with second-strike capability would cause the complete annihilation of both the attackers and the defenders.
That's it. So now it's a waiting game. All right, who's gonna be the first one to push the button? You know, because these nations are ready, man. All right. Yeah, that's it. Hey, hold on, good. Yeah. So now the nations have geared up and prepared themselves and prepped themselves for war, man. All right. And now it's just a matter of who's gonna be the first one to make the attack. You know, who's gonna make that? Who's gonna make that first move? It's like, you know how you play chess. You know, because really that's what war is. You know, when you play chess, you play the king, you know, rook, knight. That's really war, man. Okay. So how you make these different chess moves? Like, all right, your move now. All right. And now somebody's got to make an advance or something. You know. So now it's this whole thing going back and forth.
They can't even have war the way they used to. They got a term for war. It's called all fair and love and war. That means that anything goes. If you want to bomb a hospital, you bomb it. If you want to tear up with some children, let the Gatling gun spray off right on the side 500 children face. You do that because it's war. All right, set now. Everything changes now. Game is changed forever. Never going back. You know why? Because they got nuclear arsenal. It ain't just Russia and America no more. And when Esau had the nukes, it was all good. It was a nuke. They call it a bomb race. What they call it? Like a arms race. It was cool to have nukes. When Esau had nukes, it was cool. But now Pakistan got nukes. India got nukes. State of Israel got nukes. OS got nukes. So when you let that one nuke, by the time that one nuke over the air, you know, that's what it's gonna blow. It's gonna blow shit away just like that. And by the time that one nuke go in the air, everything's a putz, man. That's that Yiddish word. It's gone. It's done. It's finished. Putz now. There ain't no coming back. There ain't no America the way you think it used to exist. Just because there ain't same reason there ain't no war the way it used to exist. Man, they can do whatever they want. They did whatever they wanted to get. The Trail of Tears, man, look how messed up that was, man. The Trail of Tears. Look at the wounded knee. They had women, men, and children that surrendered. You know what they did? They took them all, picked the pit, lined them all up, and shot them one by one down into the pit. All right? That's how war gets down. Now you got to be all careful. All right. Well, got you. When one goes up, they all go up. That's how it ends.
Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
Right. Now, nations, mighty men not being woken up, man. And I believe it's a term, right? Times of, I believe in times of war, it's called for peace, if I'm not mistaken. And times of peace, it's weak. If the thing is, the way that it went, I think it's for war. It calls for strong men.
Yeah, it go on. Hard times call for strong men. Strong men create weak time, easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. We in the time of hard times. That's why there's a lot of weak men around. These men ain't even equipped to fight, man.
Yeah. Now the first time to hear. Now strong men now being called to the forefront. All right. Now they're being called to the forefront. Why? Because now times are getting rough, man. Now it's being the mighty men not being called up to make peace again, you know, so to speak. Okay. But again, that's what we're heading for, man. Now the mighty men are being woken up. Okay. The mighty men amongst these other nations, man. That's why these other nations now they're on the same firepower as America, man. All right.
Then on it says, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Verse 10.
Hey,
Be
to the spirit, you know what happened? We had traders, man. America got that many traders. Somebody sold the secrets to how to build nuclear missiles. Sold. They sold them to Pakistan. They sold them. They got a love of money, man, and they got that greed. You know how much money is in? You know how much money you gonna get for a nuclear secret? They just caught a transgender person in the U.S. Army selling secrets to Russia. Russia of all people, to Russia. Right, right. A old man in a dressed up as a woman just got caught selling nuclear secrets to Russia. That's how all these armies got their nukes. Right?
It's called espionage.
Right, yeah, trading.
Intelligence. Yeah, so they call it espionage, or being called a spy. You know, you're basically taking information, all right? You're taking the information, giving it to your allies. You know, you're stealing that information, that military or pivotal information, all right, and you're giving it to your allies. So yeah, a lot of that going on.
That's why I go on WikiLeaks. Remember that? Like 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
That's something called WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks, yeah, Eric Snowden. They had a movie called Snowden too. It was a good movie. Check out that movie, Snowden. Anybody seen that? He found out that they was doing some bullshit. That's what happened. Because what happens is the bigger the secret, the harder it is to keep it. Now you one person, but you know that America is like starting wars over oil and telling the people, sending off thousands of their American citizens to go fight in a war, and it's really over oil. Eventually, that's a secret that it's hard to keep in. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell it. That's Snowden, man. What he did is he took a little fucking he took a whatever it is, a little what do you call it, SD card or some shit. He just uploaded all of that shit and left the building like it was nothing. See, Esau, all your things are gonna be found. And the scriptures say that. How are the things that Esau searched out? We in the time of Esau being searched out, man. All his the scripture telling you in Isaiah 47 says skirt shall be lifted up and be exposed. So you expose a man, you expose all his secrets. Esau a man full of secrets, man. It was just represented Jack, some shackles with the Mason symbol on the shackles. They had from 1625 slave shackles with the masonry sign on them. Mason's been involved in all of this shit, man. And you know these niggas love masonry. A nigga love to be a mason, man. Like
That's why it's my perspective.
well, Rick Ross said the same shit.
That's their profession.
Well, what about that? What about the fact that they was all into slavery? Come on, man. You think the Masons wasn't around? It was around before that, getting paid. So all these secrets is coming out. What does that make? The reason why they don't want the secrets to come out is because you flip. The same reason this was a secret. See, it ain't just Jake that noticed. Like it's just Israelites that noticed. Esau Ben knew this right here. 12 tribes, all of that. Remember that book by James Adair? Told you that they came over here with Hebrew interpreters. Right? That wasn't a coincidence, man. And then put it in the book. How many times you seen it? When you start to study, how many times you see black Jews from Spain? Books that say the blacks went to Antigua, or the black Jews went to Jamaica. Right? And then you hear a little history of West Africa and how they still keeping up with certain traditions. Right? And how they had Fort Judah, Fort Benjamin over there in West Africa. So these is all things that they knew. They've been knew this, man. They just trying to figure out how the hell we figured it out. It's the spirit of the Lord.
Going back to besides exposing itself, Psalm 64:8. So shall they make their tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And I know what you're saying, like guys like Snowden. Mickey Leaks and what's called whistleblowers and things like that. That's why these different news keep coming out, man. And that's all the spirit and power of the how about Shema Shah, because they be key information, man. That be coming out, what's going on, who's trading, who, what type of missiles Russia got there, hypersonic missile, same one, same two. These different things is biblical prophecy coming to pass, man. And again,
Got some latest thing that came out. Oh, another video. It said that in Pennsylvania, the prison, they was experimenting on Jake. They was putting all type of shit like cyanide or some type of poison on Jake back and testing them, and they was forgetting their name. And the only reason they got out is because the dude who is a therapist whistle blew, man. He wrote 2 books on it. Otherwise, they leaked it. Otherwise, you would have never knew. It was experimenting on Jake. They finally apologized this year. This is from the 60s and the 70s, man. You walk around, man, listen, everything, you don't even know what they just did to you, man. What they still doing to you. You don't even know what they're doing to you right now. What they doing to you. Does the Lord, the scripture tell you, it's of the Lord, was it mercy? Jacob is not consumed. The only reason we still here is because the Lord had mercy on us, man. They've been sabotaging our water, food, our minds from day one. You didn't have a chance. You're not even supposed to have a chance. It's called status quo, keeping everything the same. Remember, these are the same people who used 3/5 of a man. Before that, he was just an ant. He was beneath the animal, man. He was beneath the animal. There's a reason why so many water fountains around this place. The reason why there's so many bathrooms, these areas, man, because you wasn't allowed to piss in the same toilet, man. All right? Esau don't give a damn about you, Jason, but still you convinced. God, brother.
Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Huh? Just like the brothers going into, the elders going into, man. They search out everything. They know how to get your cholesterol sky high, and you purchase what? Prescription. They know to make a delicacy, which is an abomination to us, such as swine, shellfish, all right? They know how to put it in front of you so you can consume it, all right? And many more things, many prevalent things that Esau Edom, the biblical Esau Edomite, which is the so-called white man, puts in front of your face. Now Obadiah 6 is coming, as the elder mentioned, man. How the things are searched out. Esau searched out. How is his iniquity is brought up. Russell paraphrase. All right? It's nowhere to hide no more, man.
That's how they know how to market the drink, really. That's how they know how to advertise for us, because they there's a search. They looked into what made Drake move. Well, what are they into? And that's why Drake is in the condition that they are today, because they studied. They studied. They knew what to advertise to Drake and knew what they're going to get into. So that's why with these different trends, like we talked about him, that's why these different trends are coming out. What for Jay to get into? Why? Because he saw Edom, he's a so-called white man, has done that diligent search and research about our people. All right, and what makes them tick, roughly paraphrase, so to speak,
They basically, they continue to expose themselves to Esau, allowing Esau to just do more harm to you. Y'all niggas thought it was cute. Putting a bunch of damn, what's that thing? The crates. Putting a bunch of crates, lining up crates, and then walking over them. You thought it was cute as hell. That was the funniest thing to y'all niggas. Your enemy was, he kept that in mind. They will kill themselves. They will hurt themselves and call it fun.
See how far we can take it.
And see how far we can take it. It's going to be a revolver challenge for y'all. There was something called back in the day, it was called what do you call it? Where they like spin the revolver.
Oh yeah, Russian roulette.
Yeah, Russian roulette. That's a game to some people, man. So a Jacob play with fire too, just like a wild ass drunk Edomite or a wild drunk redneck with a shotgun. Hey man, they know you. They know you. Even in the movie, The Bible Time, what they doing? They studying Jake. They measuring your rods and everything, man. Measured all types of forming. It's from you as an adolescent, just to do what? Right? And then that Maxine came out. What you do? Beeline to it. Beeline to it. And you even had some camps saying, hey man, get it. Some of them camps saying get it because really it's a trick. Because Esau want us not to get it. So now you gotta get it. They thought they were smart. Come to find out. And then we know it. And then what else is Jake into? Jake is into voting Democrat. Let me tell you something. 80% of people who voted Democrat or voted Biden when they got the jab. That's all you need to know about that mindset. Come to find out, the northern tribes, they on some Republican. They don't because they ain't. It's a box that they put you in. That's why the man came up and said, if you don't vote Democrat, you're not black. And they still voted for him. You relentless. Hey, the scriptures talk about being sottish. It's sottish, man. Meaning utterly stupid. Right? My people destroyed for lack of knowledge. You don't know this? If you don't know this, you can walk by it all you want. We're not gonna fight you. But if you don't know it, it's gonna be to your own detriment.
And real quick, that's what was Esau fishing for Jacob because he wants like BET and things like that. Esau, he the ones that really own BET great shows like Good Times and Jefferson. Those be the executive producers. Amnek, he's crazy up in the hip hop world, which force these different narratives. Just going back into that hard beat, and that diligent search. Because again, Jake, he know what make Jake happy. He know the punchlines. He know what Jake smile, and how Juneteenth.
Remember how they owned the trademark for Juneteenth? And they started selling. What are they selling? Like
great ice cream.
They were like Juneteenth ice cream. I got to give me one of those.
I got it. You back
It was the Edomite that owned it.
The Black Lives Matter, even though it was 3 black women, but it was George Soros who was behind it.
There you go. The chick, Candace Owens with the White Lives Matter. Yeah. She got a documentary coming out, and they say that it exposes Black Lives Matter, the whole thing. Because they're looking at you sideways if you was like Black Lives Matter, right? At one point they came out in New York. They came out, walked by, and they was like, "We with y'all." Like, nah, y'all not with us. We with y'all. We with y'all. No, y'all not with us. Come to find out, BLM, the 3. They was buying house. They was paying for escorts, LGBT escorts, man. They was getting all type of weirdisms going on with Black Lives Matter behind the scenes. That was $4 billion they ran through. And the nigga, if you was looking out for Floyd, it was all for Floyd, right? None of his family, they ain't paying none of their bills. They ain't seen the dime. His still messed up.
He was too though.
Oh, that nigga terrible.
That nigga was on the flick, man. He was on the flick. He was a football player.
That nigga robbed a woman to put a gun to her stomach, a pregnant woman. They had everything on him. And Jake was still like, well, but hold on.
Black though. Black.
Yeah, you be black. Hey, listen, man. Yeah, that shit. Black. What movie is that? I'm black. No, black. You be serious as hell. Black. Hey, Jake is a walk-in like advertisement.
Yeah.
Because they're not even real. It's just it's like a manifestation of Esau's worst vision of what we supposed to be, how to keep us, and then Jake, look at the homicide rate for us versus how much we going at them. We don't even do them how we do each other. That's by design, man. That's a perfect design. How could we get them to kill each other without the collateral damage of them killing us. Man, Esau is a fucking mastermind, and the Lord created him like that just so we'd have a terrible time here. Right? The scriptures call him the most hateful forsaker of the Most High. He's your enemy to the 30th power, man. And he don't even got you knowing he your enemy. Right.
Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me.
They gotta accept that they fool. You gotta accept your fools. And guess what? We fools. Where's that? In the Corinthians. It's like fools to how shall I say? Because the Lord said that the acceptable thing is that pleasing him is the foolishness of preaching. Not preaching. This is the foolish, right? Because anybody walk by you and then keep it moving. Right? Well, we still out here. So we understand it's acceptable because it's acceptable to the Lord. He's going to shine light on it. And then he's going to keep giving it to us abundantly.
You know? That's like, that was please the Lord. No? Oh, I think the same scripture, right? It says that it was through the fullness of preaching. All right? Yeah, say you that believe. All right? Yeah, man. So, hey, that will please the Lord, man. All right? Fullness of preaching. You know? Because why? Because these people, man, they don't see what we see. You know? They don't see, what's coming down the pipeline like we do. You know? That's why it's bullshit, man. You know? I just want to add that.
Hey, the scripture said, where there's no vision, the people perish. Ain't got no vision. Ain't got no vision. I don't care. Bobby had planted a vision. The scripture, everything that is in their vision, they did in the days of Noah. Everything that's in their vision. Marrying and getting into marriage and eating and drinking. That's all they want to do at the end of the day. You don't believe us? Go out at night. Everybody there. Everybody and their mama there. Birthday parties always gonna be lit for Jake. They get to eat, party, drink, and it's not about eating and drinking. It's really about the spirit of mirth. Really, it's just about enjoying yourself and having a good time. That's what they're gonna do up until the missiles come, man. That's why the Ukrainian people, they said we organized the orgy just in case you can actually shoot the missile over there. We organized the orgy so we can all
YOLO shit.
Huh?
Yeah, YOLO shit.
Go ahead, speak on it.
Yeah. Only live once, man. Like I was saying, like you got people out there planning orgies, knowing that construction is coming. So that's people in that mindset thinking that, oh, this is it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing else to live for, so we might as well goddamn do as much wickedness as we can. See? And that's a wicked mindset, man. Yeah. See, because they probably Edomites anyway. That's what Edomites do. But you know what I'm saying? But you Israelites, this is the time for you to hearken to the words of Yahweh about Shemot Shah, man, so that you might be saved. But there is salvation coming. For the elect, the ones that do repent, come back into Yahweh about Shemot Shah, man. Right? It's never too late. You know, we'll start going out.
Like Ecclesiastes 12. Seek them up. Go grab that. Hold that down.
Continuing on, it says, start from Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
Hey, look at the word sottish real quick. They got to know what the Lord calls you. Yeah, it is. You call yourself, your mama call you gifted and bright. Your auntie call you charming man, a young man. You know? The father call you that dude. The Lord call you, man. You know? Go ahead.
Okay. 4:26.
Yeah.
No, I need to sign. This these up. Yeah, 4:22. Yeah, okay. Going back, it says, for my people, Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish.
My
They have
people, it's just a pronoun, means the Lord is claiming you. He got all, he created everybody, but he's still saying mine. It means you are represented here only in this conversation. All right? It separates everybody else from this conversation. My people are foolish. The Lord people is Israel. You know?
it says they have not known me.
They have not known me. God is children. And we liken unto a child to the Lord, because that's why we call him the Father. That was God told us to pray, Father, our Father. Right, Abba, Abba. So here it is. That's our Father. What kind of relationship do a father got with his children? Anything he say go. Not the other way around.
It says they are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
But you got the definition for that?
All right, this is the word Sodom. Strong's H530. It says to be a fool.
Go ahead.
It says to be foolish, a fool, to be silly.
Look up that word fool. Right, just Google it. Got to be crazy.
It's the word fool. It says an idiot,
Idiot. Right?
a laughing stock.
Laughing stock. Now think of Jake. Think of Israel. Think of the 12 tribes. An idiot and a laughing stock. Man, how much are you supposed to be the scripture say be not equally yoked? It's not unbelievable. Why? Really? It's not because, they, do so much better. Really because they in the spirit of idiots and the laughing stocks, right? You know it. The most proudest jakes in the world, they, always want to make jokes and crack jokes. Growing up in school, they're the ones that get the most. Right, yeah. They get all the clout, the Kevin Harts of the world. They treat Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle like that's they senators, whatever. But while he's setting great dignity. Okay,
Yeah, off the whip, I may add. Going to the verse, really, when you go into that word, go back to a definition for somebody that's common. That's reading about Apostle Paul said, "Though I be rude, sweet, not knowledge." That word "rude" goes back to idiotus, yakis, if I'm not mistaken. It means use common language. Use language. Oh, so really, that's what they really want. But when it comes to this, truth, knowledge, they don't want to, get into it. Why? Because they have that mindset of being savage. It goes back to being regular common.
Simple. Hey, what you say though?
White Jesus is a joke.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
What makes you say that? Okay. What would you say that people who aren't people like who got your skin color, where would you say they came from?
People that have, what's that?
Your like your skin color.
Well, I mean, we all have a common ancestor like 40,000 years ago, and they were definitely dark skinned. And I think that we migrated, people my skin color followed like mammoth north into like Siberia. Right? That's what I think. And then, at least it's my understanding, and then we migrated westward there, right, down to Europe and then, but then everybody here the same.
Do you think that people with lighter skin complexion come from polar areas? Are you of that belief?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
The reason why I think that is because I'm covered in hair from here all the way down.
Oh yeah. That's interesting. You say that.
Do you think that's correct or incorrect?
No, I think there's a man in the Bible named Esau, and he was known for hairy, right? But yeah.
Esau, like was Abraham gave his blessings to Esau's brother, right? Esau was
Well, Isaac, Abraham's son, gave blessing to his son Esau.
yeah.
And yeah, he's the man of the field, like hunting hunter, like a real that type of. But he was hairy.
Yeah.
Like he came out hairy, but he came out like red. We break it down like that's the pigmentation of people who consider themselves Caucasian. Like,
Okay, yeah.
like for instance, like Caucasian comes from the word It's a place, right? The Caucasus Mountain. The Caucasus
Right.
Mountain. That's like South Georgia, Russia.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Right. It's it just it's going backwards, going back in the history. We history buffs back there.
That's cool, man. Yeah, yeah. That's really interesting.
But this is a propagated, let's say, like, it's set up all around the world for a reason. It was for pretty much like the downfall of anybody that doesn't look like that.
Well, yeah,
To believe that that's what he looks.
I think you're absolutely right.
And what it's done to people, for people like us, what it's done to us, it's like destroyed us.
I agree.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. I think that it's the idea that of business, and then you co-opt the idea of what God is supposed to be. You make it look like you.
Yeah.
And then you can say everybody that doesn't look like this
Yeah.
is not me.
Yeah.
Not,
You know where this image came from, actually?
I don't actually know.
Well, when you look into it, Pope Alexander the Sixth of Rome,
Oh, he's the one that changed the image.
he commissioned his son, Caesar. They were Borgias. Borgia family is also pronounced like the Borgia. Borgia.
Oh, they
They were-
the Borghese, yeah, Burgesses.
Yeah,
Right?
they were known as the first crime family of Italy.
Oh,
But
right.
he became a pope, and so he commissioned.
That's great.
He
Yeah.
commissioned, I believe it's Michelangelo, to paint his son, his own son, to be as Christ. But it wasn't the first time, right? If you go back even farther in history, Ptolemy,
Yeah.
who is a Greek transplant into Egypt, he ruled over Egypt. The Greek ruled Egypt for a large period of time.
Yeah,
He
that's
had
right.
Alexander.
Yeah.
So he commissioned his son, Ptolemy Soter, to be an image of who would be the Lord. So everybody wanted to change what the Lord looked like, but it was a
So it
power.
looks like they're people.
That's all.
Like their children.
That's all.
So, and then it counts like that expansion is powered for generations. Right?
Oh,
the way everybody that kind of looks like that's the king, that's the Lord, right?
Yeah. And then you get to do whatever you want to do to the people.
That's the king of God.
Right. Then you go into the papal bulls, like they made charters so that people could, so the Pope basically commissioned for Spain to take over everything south of I think the Prime Meridian.
It's like almost manifest.
He gave them everything from Puerto Rico down.
There's people there.
Right. Just
do what you want.
Yeah, change them into Christian.
Yeah.
But it was all it was profit involved in slavery. So that's what we're going into. That's what we're here for.
I'm glad you guys are actually spending a lot of time because there's too much. Hey, I'm
All right, hey, Lucas. All right, cool. Hold on. Yeah. Nice to meet
You
you.
guys have a nice evening.
Hey, take care, man.
Yeah, spread the word, man.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks, man.
All right.
Take
Have a
care.
good one.
I was thinking about what Luke means. I know that's Greek. Hey, well, you know what? Going back to how Isaiah, what is that, Isaiah?
Got it.
Do
Going
that
back,
again, man.
going back to Isaiah 4, Jeremiah 4:22, it says, "For my people is foolish; they have not known me."
Well, tell you what. Not every nation is foolish. That's what Jake really got to come around to realize. Not every nation is foolish. It's really you've been misguided. You've been taken advantage of. Up to the point where you just don't know who you are anymore. You're lost. They're considered the lost tribes in Israel. Because you don't know who you are anymore, you're going to make all the wrong decisions all the time, every time. You're going to be a walking trap, man. A walking fool, void of life, confused. Here it is, your enemy know more about you than you do. That's what goes on in America all day, all night. So this is the light, man. Now, had we not had no of these pictures out here, we wouldn't have had that conversation. They're not gonna just openly tell you that this is some bullshit. You got to show them that you know first. Not going to tell on themselves. They're not in the capacity to snitch on themselves. That's not how Satan works. Satan is a deceiver. He's an adversary. He's not into telling on himself. That happens because of money, and really Snowden probably didn't get popped by his officer if you go bring it that out. Probably was on some freak shit. They probably caught him dressing in drag and beat his ass. It had nothing to do with honesty and loyalty and integrity, because they don't have that. That's Satan. For him wanting to do that, in all actuality, he's not doing me no favors. He ain't telling me shit I ain't know. I know how to humor, you know how to humor these people after a certain point in time. You don't be childish like the rest of them. But when you know some shit, they gotta treat you a certain type of way. That all comes down to how the Lord wants it to be. The Lord gave us this, man. That's why it's called mercy. We ain't deserve this. He gave us this. What did Scripture say? When He will cause even your enemies to be at peace with you. That shit happens all day long. You know who you stand for, and you know who your power is. That's what the effect is, man. Because you can no longer be fucking fooled.
I got it. Life on the line. Like I said, really, that's dangerous. In that mindset, of being a fool. You're in a dangerous place, man. We know this because you're in that mode. You're more likely to be taken over. You're more than likely to be overtaken by whatever comes. Yeah, that's right. Because you're not prepared. You're not prepared, and that's on all of them. No, I don't even say that. That's on the spiritual level. You're not prepared in spirit. You're not mentally prepared. For what's coming. When this starting to happen, all right. Or they say, hey, look, now she just all right. War has commenced. That happens. They're gonna fall apart, man. All these people that you see live walking around carefree, they're all gonna fall apart, man. They're not gonna know what to do. Oh, I got an example, right? Yesterday, right? I had this Elamite at my job, right? Came up, it's like, he was like worried, like after hearing that, it's like, oh man, oh, he had that, that look of dread on his face, But that's the mentality, that's the Elamite, Jake and everybody else, they give shit about what's going on. Everybody else in the world, they know what's going on, But the thing is, like, but I'm using that as an example about these people when they see these things that are being pushed out at full force. But it's gonna be that look of dread on everybody. Oh yeah, especially when it says they face shall turn the tail, the blackness does like it's blackness, But that's gonna be how these people are gonna be in that thing, man. But I got a quick up, right? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6 says, "My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray." Right? And shepherds are what? They're leaders. Okay? So the leaders of our people have caused them to go astray, caused them to err. All right? And what are they telling our people? The leaders of our people, what are they telling them? Vote Democrat. Just said earlier. All right? Vote for the next president. Continue to vote Democrat. Continue to to continue your policy, in a roundabout way. Yeah. Basically, wherever your heart's desire, man. And that's really prominent in these churches, man. They're not telling you about what's coming down in the future, man. They're not telling you about what's about to happen, all right, or what to do to prepare yourself, spiritually, and how to go about, according to the Bible, No, they're telling you, look, hey, keep coming back every Sunday. Keep coming back. Continue to give your tithes. Give your offering. Put your money in the basket. Song and dance.
Other white man. Other white.
Other white people. All right. And go about your day for the rest of the weekend and be a dick guard for the rest of the week until you come back the next.
As long as you paying attention. That's the only law that matters. Tights. Notice that tights.
But all done away with.
The law done away with. But
But
it's a what with a pelican.
somebody
Right. Yeah. Today, gonna teach y'all niggas. You're gonna teach y'all something. You're gonna teach y'all about the law. Now, Christ did away with the law. But we still gonna be better.
all right.
Right. Better than that is everything. Everything. God know everything. Right. Envy. Hey, 14th Street. Yo, because hey, your brother's drunken, we crack a joke, but we know how it goes, man. We was raised all up in that mess, man. 4 hours of singing. We know all about it. 4 hours. And they'll take one song, make that song 30 minutes. Bring it back. All that, there you go. You get the, once they get to stomping, you got about 15 more minutes to wait. Don't let your mama get the stomping, boy. You gonna be that nigga with his hand on her head. And later on, they're gonna say, "That was your mama."
They
Your mama.
They call it the white toe put over her head.
Oh, yeah.
White sheet. They call it white sheet.
Lord. My mama got the stock over there. Yeah.
Hey, after that, they gonna pass the collection plate around.
Yeah. Oh shit. Come around.
One
3,
more
4
time.
Roll one.
Only bad song.
Somebody in still got money in their pocket. Right. Hey man. Hey, you got pastors that cuss they. What was that? There's some antics. There's always some antics in the church. Pastor said, oh, he's clowning on his congregation for not giving more. Y'all just broke. Y'all broke. Y'all cheap. Yeah, the one got robbed. Hey man, and you ain't learned a damn thing. You ain't been edified at all. It was just a good time. You go to church because you want to hear something good about God. God is good. You'll leave right there. You can satisfy now. See, that's why the church, you know who in the church now? Women. You go up in there, it's full, it's a Nick, the pastor, the deacon, and the security guard. That's the men up in there. There's 2 niggas. They both special ed. They don't even know where the fuck they at. Yo, it happens all the time, man. Right. And then, so I mean, it's not, but it's that simple. And here we are outside, no building. Lord said, "Home dwelling temples made with hands." Huh? Yeah. But because we ain't got no building, you have people come by all the time. Where y'all be at? We right here. Every global, every Saturday, we right here. Where y'all building? What's the address? Jake just wanted to sit down somewhere. That's all it is. Somewhere where an organ is at. They ain't got an organ in it. They ain't got a church, right? A fool. But the Lord know that. Because once he started feeding the multitude, here they go. It was fun. They was, Lord, yeah, I want to hear that word. I want to hear that word, but the last time we fed everybody, that's what Jake all about, man. Trying to get fed. Go ahead,
Yeah, God, Acts 17:24 says the most high that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
So you don't have to go to a physical church. The word church means it's Greek for a glacier. Means cry out. Crying out, man. Guess what? It's nothing different. You go back to the time of the Greeks and Romans, you hear the names Socrates, Aristotle. They were teaching outside. That's where you got it. It's called the Agora. Apostle Tahar on this the Agora style of teaching. You see, you go into a classroom setting, you sit down. Who goes into school? You know, the most educated person in America is, right? There they go. Because, all right, because in a school, you sit down and the teacher lectures, you just listen. Ain't no really debate like that. You say something in the classroom, they're going to kick your ass the hell about it. No back and forth.
I have personally, I've been in a set university where you can't even uh, have dialect with the professor. You missing a certain part, but as the elder was saying out here, you can have dialect without these pictures. People wouldn't have questions. That's
Hey, you know, true story. When I was in college, when I was in college, I was in a history class. There was an Edomite. I'm in the HBCU. It's all black. It's all black. But the Edomite was teaching history. In both colleges I went to, the Edomite was teaching history. And he started off the first page with Greek. We started with the Greek. And back then, I'm thinking Africa. So I said, wait a minute. When civilization began with it, I spoke up. Don't you know these niggas want to fight me, man? Niggas want to fight me. That's by the end of that class. You can't do that in school. They don't get down like that. They not even there to learn. You know what the nigga told me straight up? He said, school ain't for enlightenment. School is for employment. The first time somebody helped me with that, that cleared it all up. I knew I was there for from that point on. Like, damn, I thought I was trying to get enlightened. Well, read that again, huh? Salakia. But the Agora style, this is what Agora look like. Anybody come up, they question. That's why you got it. It's a fight everywhere. Be at the teach, the scriptures say, right? Be at the teach, meaning be ready, right, to give an answer to any of your faith. Why do you believe? You gotta get an answer for that. Why you believe? You don't got no answer. You gotta. This ain't something you could just sit back and you got it all figured out to yourself. You gotta teach. Then you get tested when you teach. Oh shit. Oh, I don't. Then you find out you really don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right, man, constantly bow, bow, bow. I see the first hand apostles go. Swords everywhere. They came, sometimes 5 at a time. And he did with all of them. You got to know what the hell you're talking about. That means you got to be learned in the scriptures. That means you got to study to show thyself approved. Go ahead, bro.
Acts 17:24, the Most High that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
Dwelleth not in the temple made with hands. Right.
Acts 1:20. Where's the crowd without? She uttered her voice in the street.
Right, like I just went into, man. All right, this is where wills is being published. Okay, in the marketplace. When you look back to the time when the Greeks and the Romans were in power, okay, you had those discussions going down in the marketplace, man. That would really be the main area to where you would ask multitude of questions. You get the answers. People went to the marketplace to learn, man. Back in the ancient world, man. Okay, but they understood that that's where that knowledge came from. Discourse. Okay, basically, having a conversation, man. But really, this like I was reading, right? This is where wisdom is supposed to be published, out in amongst the people, not in some enclosed, environment, a controlled environment, so to speak. All right, to bring out this word, man. No, because when Yahweh Shah was teaching, he wasn't in the controlled environment. With the apostles of old, or the disciples, they weren't in this sort of controlled environment, man. Riots broke out when they were teaching, man.
Right.
Fights were being breaking out as they were teaching. Man. Why?
To kill the Lord.
Yeah. Why? Because what they were saying, right? First and foremost, out in the open, so the things was being taught. All right, it was
completely against, what they brought to believe, or what they thought was right. Same thing today, man.
Really, it's a business to hold people mind hostage, right? That's what it is. It's government, right? What that word mean? Govern the mental mind. Govern your mind. That's a mind control. Mind control. That's where all the money goes to. Where is all this tech coming to at the end of the day? Brother sent the video of they got this shit where I think it's Qatar. I think you said it, where they got the little the electrodes on the guy's hand. They flip his hand up, and the other dude attached to the electrodes flip his hand because they connected. It's really about control. Always been about control. And now Esau done stepped it up to the next level. It's all biotech. That's all he needed. Okay, we give y'all something because inside it is going to work inside you. We want inside your body. What did the dude say? Yuri? No, Yabel, what's his name? Noah Harari. Say it again. Noah Harari. If you don't know who that is, you've been missing. Been missing, man. Noah Harari. He said the next level is to get under your skin. It's control on subdermal control. They're gonna Lord willing they fucking crash the car, man. It's out of crash, man. On their birthday, man. Hey, he said the next level control is subdermal. We gotta be able to get inside your skin. It's a wrap, man. That's it. And they got camps. They challenge with the idea. Well, it can't be a microchip because it's spiritual. And look, you don't understand what's going on. You ain't tapped in. They all saying it now. Joe Biden, who is the president, once asked the Supreme Court Justice Roberts and questioned it, you will judge on the chip. You will rule on this. Mark my words. Before your 10 years up, you will rule on this. Come on, man. And they confused. Everything, man, you can't even find nobody checking you out regularly no more. It's 2 people. Every line I go to, it's only 2 people working there. 5 lines where they used to be people going through. Because they got the checkout lines now. The self-checkout. And what's the self-checkout going to lead up into? Just scan your shit. Beep. Scan in and go. Scan in, scan out. Amazon go.
They got the camera. It's right in your face. If you look up and look at the screen, it's your face.
Right.
So
they already identified you. You can go walk off if you want. Then people gonna be knocking at your door. So December 27th, got you walking out of Publix with about 2 bags of Lay's. Got 15 Frankfurters and some Lucky Charms. And didn't pay. So we just deducted that from your CBDC. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap for this world, man. The way you see. Okay. All right. Just strong language. That's all that is. Go ahead,
Proverbs 1 and 21. It's required that the chief place of concourse is the opening of the gate.
Right. So we're the chief place of concourse, man. Basically where people come and go, man. Not just and this scripture right here is showing you that look, teach you're not supposed to be confined to ghettos, man. So teaching the ghettos, teaching the hood, oh man, you're supposed to be you're supposed to be at the chief place of concourse, man. Yeah, like we just read, we're supposed to be at the marketplace. There's no marketplace in there's not no cheap place to come to. The public store, man. Third place there, man. Journey is it's gonna get nothing with animosity. It's not gonna
it's a spirit that Jake don't really they ain't out on this side of town busting their guns. Simple like that. They ain't on this side of town busting their guns. You pull this shit in the ends or whatever. Right? But it's weird because you still got and Jake embedded in Jake's mind is gonna do that around Esau. Like you're gonna go to jail. Because Esau gonna tell right on your left. In front of you. That's him, right there. That's what Esau gonna do. So they know, it's only allowed in certain areas. Where I'm at, I hear it all the time. I heard something last night, or the night before. That shit was fast. Must have been big. There go another one. Ding. Like clockwork. There go another one. Then to the Lord. Fucked around, find out. Well, the reason why the Lord got us in the cheap places, all right, good. I mean, on the spiritual level, it's going to be less. When we do deal with Jake, they ain't going to be as crazy. Pull some shit off here as if we was in the hood. And furthermore, Jake on the internet way more than any other nation. Esau done found that stat out a long time ago. Jake go to the internet way more than any other people. We surfing the internet at 14, 15, more than all of the 14-year-olds on the internet, way more than any of the age groups. So Jake gonna find it, but they gonna find it more than likely gonna find it through the internet. That's why we on the internet. That's why we going live. So we hitting them in every avenue. But Jake don't got anything in the hood. If Jake don't got nothing in the crib, he gonna have some internet. I see it.
$10 internet.
That's why all these rappers and all these comedians, slowly they starting to sound like a lifesavers. Slowly, they starting to sound like us, man. You hear certain rappers and they starting to sound like they watching, man. Because they are watching. Jake is a media attentive people, man. We gonna know what's on TV at the end of the day. We gonna know who a star. We always like to point them out. But guess what? Who've been consecutively coming out on the streets? We in your physical view, and we online. We online. They all know about Hebrew Israelites now. Go ahead, y'all got it.
He says, verse 22, Proverbs 1 and 22, it says, how long he stumble on which you love simplicity.
Right, man. And that's why Drake today, the third, they in love with simplicity, man. We were just talking about it earlier. All right? Side shit. Brought out Jeremiah 4 and 22. Okay? They love simplicity, man. Anything that's entertaining. And that's why when it comes to the truth, a lot of majority of drinks get turned off by it. Why? Because they look for something entertaining. They look at something to laugh at. But no, man, this is serious business, man. But I just read, our people love simplicity, man. They love foolishness. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes, right? It says folly is setting right there. So anything that's foolish, all right, or anything that's looked at as silly, idiotic, that's put out in the forefront, man. It's cool to be stupid, man. But because wisdom is the least thing sought after in the society, man. It's the current kingdom. Okay? Why? Because with wisdom comes with knowing. Know something. This person here in Babylon the Great, man, they know this because now they came out with a term recently called disinformation, right? Another term, fake news. All of this is just to put out a smoke screen for it, just to cover up, what's really going on, man. Because now you turn on the news, you know what's happening, man. Why? Because they're throwing in, different sort of tactics into the mix, to throw people off. Okay. But again, our people, they're deep into their simplicity, man. All right, they're deep into it, man. And, when it comes to things concerning scriptures or the Bible or knowledge in general, knowledge is how about you. Okay, they don't want to have anything to do with it, man. Okay, why? Because it's something that's not, a popular, something that's not cool, something that's not, uplifted in society, man. So that's why they don't turn to it, man. One of the main reasons, because they don't see any sort of benefit from it, to them. But we know on this side, okay, that this truth, all right, this is we're literally walking down the path of immortality right now, all right? You know, the being able to live forever. Jake is not looking for that, man. You know, our people not looking for seeking after a way to not die. You know? Because that's the goal that our people in today live fast and die young. All right, but they don't want to seek out of the things that's going to prolong life, you know, or extend your days, you know, and that's the way that our people love, and and that was a process, right? That's right. That's the goal, all right. But our people in that vibration, okay. Why? Because again, you know, the Lord has set forth separation, right? He has drawn the line in the sand, you know. All right, it's either you're going to be for me or you're going to be for Esau, okay? So who are you going to fight for, you know? And we're really going to know when the MOTP is enacted. That's when we're really going to know, you know, who's really for Yahweh Shemel Shai, who's not, you know? Who's really fighting for him and who's fighting for Esau, you know? That's when we're really going to know in that thing, right? Is it going that up?
It says, read it again. It says, how long the simple ones you love simplicity and scorn to like in the scorning and fools hate knowledge.
Right, that's the point. Fools hate knowledge, man. Okay? Fools hate knowledge, and that's what you see today. Because the majority of the people that you see, all right, they're not going to come into this, man. All right, because they hate knowledge. All right, they're not going to, you know, physically say that they hate knowledge. No, it's about what you're doing. We know that you hate knowledge. Okay? Even walking by and hearing these words being brought out, continue on about your day. You hate knowledge, man. No? Even when you come across a video of even the apostles, the elders, you know, the brothers, straight millstone, pass by. Hey, you see it, you pass by, that means that you hate knowledge, man. You know, you ain't gotta say it. You know? You ain't gotta say it. Keep going up. You know? that's how we know that you hate knowledge, man. Okay? But guess what? They don't know. Isaiah 30. But we're gonna in that day. Guess what? Folly is not gonna be, you know, the whole side of the thing. But all hell breaks loose, man. You know, TikTok is gonna be a thing of the past when you're hungry. You know, starving trying to figure out what you're gonna eat the next day. You know, you're not gonna be worried about what's gonna be the next groundbreaking TikTok or Instagram post to be out there. No, you're gonna be worried about how you're gonna eat in that day, man. Okay? You're gonna be trying to figure out how you're gonna survive for the next hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, right? Your life is gonna be hanging in balance, man. That's probably in that day it's not gonna be sought after, man. All right? No, the people that know is gonna be sought after. Which the people that know is the men that you see today, man. The people that know what's actually going on and what to do. Okay? But guess what? The Lord, and that's where the Lord gets you. Okay? Because in that same scripture, I know I already passed scripture, Proverbs first chapter. But it says, if you continue on that chapter, it says that they're going to be seeking the Lord early. All right? But they're not going to be able to find him. Okay? They're going to be seeking after the men of the Lord that have been publishing these words and that have the insight on what's going on. Okay? But guess what? In that time to come, all right, you're not going to be able to find us out here, man. In martial law, you think we're going to be out here marching down the street? You think we're going to be out here? You think we're going to be out with Bibles in our hands? You know, teaching while the troops were going up and down the street, you know, gunning people down. No, we ain't going to be out here, man. You know?
Isaiah 33, verse 6. And it reads, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time.
Right. So in that time, wisdom and knowledge is going to be our stability, man. That's what's going to keep us sane in those days, man. Why everybody else is bugging the hell out. Okay? Because in that time, the ones that have that wisdom and knowledge, which is our stability, okay? And wisdom and knowledge, and that's talking about the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. That's going to keep us stable in that day. Okay? That's going to keep us going, all right, in the times of harsh hell when you see somebody getting taken out right next to you, man. All right? Or another 10 people get knocked off next to you, man. All right? That's going to be a time where your mentality All right, your mental, all right, your mental, your spiritual fortitude is going to be tested that day, man. Okay, and that's where faith really is going to flourish, man. Okay, because all the men on this side that believe, okay, they just by the sheer fact of, 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 of even receiving the word of Yahweh Shai, they're going to be taken care of, man. Okay, and also as well, the men that have labored in this word, they're definitely going to be taken care of, man. All right, but
It says the fear, it's like the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
right, and that's what another thing that it boils down to, man. Fear of the Lord, man. Because that's what's missing in the world that we're living in today, man. A healthy fear of Yahweh Shai. And I just brought out earlier, right, about those whose hearts is really set in evil. Okay, why? Because the things are being prolonged. All right, the reason why the hearts are really set in evil is because they don't fear Yahweh Shai. All right, and there's no even the majority of the people on this side, you so-called New Orleans Native Americans, you have an idea, all right, on what it means to fear the Lord, but you don't really feel it. Okay, you read about all those different things that the Lord did back in the ancient world. All right, think about it, man. The times are over. You think there was all good times, happy singing, done dancing, no, man. People drowning that day, man. People got destroyed. Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah, whatever. You only saved Lot and the daughters, man. That same remnant got delivered, man. Everybody else got destroyed, man. Okay. So what do you think the Lord's going to do in this time today, man? You think the Lord's not going to do that again? All right. You think the Lord's not going to raise up, okay, and save that same remnant, all right, and destroy the rest of you people? No, the Lord's going to do this, that, man. Okay, which is more than enough reason to fear Yahweh by Shai, man. That's why the fear of the Lord, like I just read, is our treasure, because we know, again, go back to knowing, knowledge, wisdom. All right, we know what the Lord is about to do. Okay, and we know what He's capable of doing. All right, you're talking about someone who created the heavens and the earth, man. You sure you want to mess with power like this? All right, no, man. Best to be on this good side, man. All right.
26 says, I will make thy tongue clean to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reproval, for they are like what they are in the out.
Right. That time is coming very soon, man. Okay. But you are not going to be words. Now's the time to tune in. Okay. Now's the time to lock into the spirit, man. Listen up. Because it's only for a limited time, man. All right. While supplies last. Okay. Supplies are running out very fast, man. All right. Everything we've been dishing out, hey, it's only going to be here for a set amount of time. So when that time comes, all right, there's the fan. All right, you're not going to be able to have open access to it, okay? Which goes back to Amos 8:11. All right, the family of the word, man. Okay, that's coming very soon. You already see what they're doing for the channel, striking, taking down video. They're already doing that in a way today. Guess what? That's going to be amplified, man. They're going to turn it up, man. They're going to be like, hey, look, you can't even create channels anymore. All right, that's what it's going to get down to. All right, you can't even create channels. You can't make video. No, that's what's going to happen, man. Guess what? At that time, the Lord said, all right, that's enough. All right.
The apostles in jail. When they threw them in jail, because after 9/11, they locked them all up. They knew exactly where they lived, school was at, where to find them at. They locked them all up. They had a good lawyer. So eventually, obviously, they was involved with it, so they got let go. So when the time comes, they know where to find you, and they're just gonna make sure that it becomes illegal. They're gonna do it. With Isaiah 10, they on righteous decrees. They're gonna make it illegal to teach like this. It's gonna be considered a hate. I mean, we already considered a hate group on the East, so it's gonna be considered a hate crime just to speak like this, because they're gonna say it's called not insurrection. The word is sedition. It shall be sedition. Look that word sedition up. It means word language that incites people to do harm or cause riots. Regardless of what you said, they're gonna create a situation where they could get you on sedition. So either way, whether they do it a legal way or not, they're gonna get you up out of here. They're gonna get us up out of here. Then we're gonna rejoice in the Lord. All right, that part is over. Yep. Go ahead, bring it to this number.
Got words to pick in the Echelon Online.
Okay. Same chapter 16. What happened? 16. Verse 16. All right, here we go. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. But there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Go ahead, read that word.
Got that word sedition from the Echelon Online, mid 14th century. It says rebellion, uprising, revolt, factitious commotion in the state, civil or religious disorder. It says strife between factions, violent strife between factions, rebelliousness against authority,
Rebelliousness against authority. Keep going.
civil disorder,
Dissension.
dissension,
Causing people to dissent means like to turn away from the government.
strife, rebellion, mutiny. It says a going apart, separation, not apart, to go.
Yeah, to go apart. To go means basically to go apart. To separate from the government, separate from because it's a mind thing. Just like the money. Money, this society is a credit-based society, which means that you believe that the money's worth something so that they continue to use it. But it's a belief. Once you don't believe it's worth anything, and you just know it's a piece of paper, then you stop using it, right? You start using something else worth money. Well, the word credit means trust, come to find out. So you trust that your dollar is worth $1. But how is it not worth $1 in 2 weeks? Or it was worth more 2 years ago. So it's all a mirage. And here it is. When you teach people about that, then they dissent. They don't want to be a part of it anymore. Well, now you are considered somebody that gives sedition. You turn the men away from their government. You turn men away from their government. See what happens. Go ahead.
It says
That was it, right? 2nd Ezra 15. Finish it out. 2nd Ezra 15, 16. But there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So it's going to happen regardless. It's going to happen regardless, right? And the course of their action shall stand in their power. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. The elder brother brought out. It's going to be chaotic scene here in America. You got to adjust. All we doing is adjusting to the spirit. Yeah, how about Shabir Shah wants us to adjust right now before it actually happens? We making all the slightest adjustments. Any adjustment is good. Just like in weights. When you lifting weights, you put a 2.5 on, right? You put a 2.5 on this week and you didn't have one on last week. Or you ripping more tissue. Your muscle gonna come back stronger and you keep going. It's progressive over time, right? Progressive overload. And that's the same here. Man shall decide to go in the city. So the Lord basically got us equipped, and He keep bringing us up out here week in, week out. We doing these shows, and we getting more equipped, and we progressing more, getting ready. That's all that's happening. We getting more prepared for a time that ain't even come yet. So When you really prepared versus the person that ain't prepared at all, you know the difference. You gotta explain that. You know the difference, right? There's levels. You know the difference. Well, that man who's not prepared is gonna look at you like, well, how the hell, like, you're not scared, you're not nervous, you're not shook, you're not going to be, because you was prepared spiritually. So when these times come, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. But because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So here it is, we read in the book. That's how prophetic, that's how deep a prophecy is. We can read it. The man once, right? Ezra had a scribe, he spoke, and more than likely he spoke, and the scribe sat there and wrote everything down that he said. Little did you know that writing but later on be reproduced into a book, reprinted all the way up until this century, man. Millenniums later, and so that now we can have the wisdom to stay prepared for the things that he was seeing back then. That's how deep the scriptures is, man. You can't force somebody to believe that. They just gonna have to believe. I got it. Okay, come on. Got it. Ain't got nothing.
Matthew 5 and verse 10 is going back to that sedition. Basically, we are charged with treason. You know, it says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake."
Yeah, that's gonna happen. You know, really seeing it happen on a certain level today. You know, by way of this people coming up against his words, man. You know, in other words, when I say them, people talking about Esau, Esau. You know, by doing these performing these different tactics. You know, just to downplay his words. Okay, so yeah, you have seen this happen right now.
It says, "For theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
Yeah, so ours is the kingdom of heaven. So yeah, you know the Lord, right? We're about to hear this every persecution, right? But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to give us our inheritance, man. What? The kingdom. Okay? But the main point is to endure. That's why the Lord said that he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. All right? So as long as you endure, all right, you endure this journey, all right, this path, this fight, and guess what? You're going to receive the kingdom, man. All right? You're going to receive the kingdom, and things that come with it, man. The benefits, perks, okay? And so that's why I just read says ours is the kingdom, man. Yeah, we know, all right, for surety that we're going to possess the kingdom in that day. Going to Daniel, I believe Daniel the 12th chapter. So the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. All right. So that's what's going to happen. Saints of the Most High, how about which are the elect, okay, are going to take the kingdom, man. We're not going to ask for it. All right, we're not going to sit here and diplomatically converse with you. All right, on what we're going to get and what you're going to get. No, we're going to take it, man. All right, we're going to capture. All right, let's get started there with the capture. Yeah, that's they go back to race. That's it. You know, we're going to take the kingdom, man. All right. Oh,
Now it says, "Blessed are you when men shall revile you."
there, he said, "Blessed are you when men shall revile you, man." All right. That's what they do to the men of the Lord, man. It's nothing new. Okay. The Lord was reviled. Yahweh was reviled. The men of the old was reviled. The men that trusted and believed in Yahweh. Okay. Why were they reviled? Right? Why? Because they went against, like I said earlier, it goes against the status quo. You know, it goes against, what these people have been brought and taught up from young age where they are now. You know, what the church leaders, the political leaders, the leaders, basically, general leaders of our people, man. That's what they have taught, man, and that's what they swear by. You know, but again, that's us coming into our inheritance, right? We're going to receive, the joys of being a part of the truth, man. You this is a labor of love, man. You know, but guess what? You're not gonna just labor and not receive nothing. That's scripture. Another scripture that says that, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it says he that labored in hope. You So we labor in hope, man. We hope to live, man. Hope to receive the kingdom, man. You know? So that's why we're doing it. Right? Yeah, and it seems foolish in the sight of people, like we said earlier, right? But yet the Lord sees that he is well pleased with what he's seeing right now. Right? Why? Because the Lord is seeing his commandments being pushed out and done exactly the way he
done. It says, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely.
Oh, hey, that's it. Falsely. All right. They're gonna bring out all kinds of accusations saying, yeah, he was there at this time. They were, they're gonna bring up all these different accounts from like years ago. But like, when we got to fight, those fat and stuff like that. They're gonna bring stuff like that. Say, was this was this you that was a part of this camp? They're gonna do that, man. It's different. His videos back in the day.
They're gonna be wasting their time.
Yeah. They're gonna start bringing up different things, saying that a false accusation. Like, yeah, they're gonna try everything in the book to get you hemmed up. That's how much this world despises you. How about you gonna try, man? And it's worth it.
That's what they did with him. They killed him. Right? He was healing people. They still killed him.
Yeah.
He healed the lame, blind. They still killed him. Matter of fact, after he healed the lame and the blind, they like really got killed him. Showing you how corrupt the leaders of Israel was at that time. They just want to, they're gonna serve as your fathers testify that you are the sons of the men that killed the prophet. So there's a whole faction of people that want to see you out. And you know how they got the Lord is by having him, they bear false witness.
He says, verse 11, Matthew 5:11. Blessed are ye when men strike you. Verse 12, so like, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
That's right. So, hey, our reward's gonna be great. All right. But we're doing this. All the hell that we went through. There is a great reward for that, man. So hang in there, man. Keep pushing. Yeah. Okay. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out. So once again, I want to give all praise on His glory.
I walk by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone and rules of the day. Shalom, peace and safety, salutation, and hope and elect. Continue labor this work. Also through labor to show for your religious upon elect mature. Faith, truth, sincerity, and all charity with that. Shalom.
Shalom, ETA, Abba, Soon, tonight.
Night, baby. Right now.